Hello everyone, this is my first tutorial video. Thought I'd get out there and make some content for your benefit, hopefully. I am by no means a pro. As I mentioned, this is my first shot at it, so hopefully you get the information that you're looking for. But today, I received yesterday the Garmin vented titanium bracelet with it's carbon gray with DLC coating, and I had to go through the process of making the adjustments to the band. As you can see, the band is very sleek, very very nice in design. It's got some decent weight to it, but not too heavy. Of course, it's a titanium, so the lightness of the band also makes it feel good. And it's got the DLC coating, diamond-like coating, so that way diamond-like composite, I should say, to help avoid scratches on it. So today I'm going to be showing how to make some adjustments on this band. Once you get it out of the box, you'll probably find that you need to take a few of these links off so that way it fits to your wrist properly. And that's what I'll be demonstrating here today, since there seems to be quite a bit of confusion with many different versions out there. I saw some versions stating that they couldn't get these screws out. The pins on the links here are actually screwed in, and I saw several videos recommending that you spray it with WD-40, degreaser, brake cleaner, soak them in these items overnight. I don't know about you, but this is a $300 band. At price point, I don't think I want to be doing any of that to that. I feel like it should be supported, that we should be able to make modifications without all that interference of additional chemicals. And I'm not really sure, to tell you the truth, how all those chemicals would affect the DLC coating that's on these bands. So I wouldn't recommend that, especially at this price point. I recently ordered this. Today is August 3rd, 2021, and I just got this in the mail yesterday. Got it out of the box. Came with a screwdriver, so I don't know if the older versions or versions bought prior to the time frame that I'm recording this video didn't come with the screwdriver, but I strongly recommend using the screwdriver that's provided. Makes life a lot easier. If you don't have one of these screwdrivers, you can always use various forms of eyeglass screwdrivers or what have you, but I wouldn't try to use a cheap version. You can go onto Amazon and purchase some of these items for fairly. I happen to have a toolbox like this. It's actually a watch toolkit, replacing faces, replacing bands, anything like that. Again, I am not a jeweler or a professional. I just do this because I got probably 10 or 15 different watches, and I got tired of taking them down to the shop and having them do the work for me. So I bought a set like this, and as you can see, it has different size screwdrivers that you would typically use for watch bands. It also has the punches, so that way you can get normal pins out, ones that aren't screwed in, like this is here. That's the groundwork. Today I'm going to be replacing it on the Phoenix 6X Sapphire, as you can see there. And this is the watch that I will be putting the band on. Came with the regular silicone band. I bought the leather band for this one. It works great. It looks very nice. The contrast of the brown and the black face, the brown watch band and the black face make it a very nice contrast. But I also like the sleek look that it looks when it's all black. So without further ado, I'm going to give you the ins and outs of how I did this, and hopefully you enjoy. So as you can see here, I have the watch band, and I have the tool that came in the box, and I have the links that I took out of the band already. So just for purposes of the work area here, it's a little bit easier for me to demonstrate how to make these corrections on the links that I already took out of this watch band. So as you can see on this side, if it zooms in a little bit, there are screws there, and again, This screwdriver is the optimal tool to take these screws out. And it's just as any normal screw. You put it in there. You want to apply pressure. You see me using my hand to apply pressure, and then the fingers to twist. And these come out fairly easy with the screwdriver that's provided. So you'll get it to a point where there's no more threads. You can feel that it's not threaded anymore. Kind of looks like that. And as you can see, there is some sort of Loctite or sealant on the when it comes from the factory. So once you get it to this point, I found it much easier to put the links in a backwards formation. So you can tell the top of the watch band, this is the outside of the watch band, it has the ridges. Inside of the watch band doesn't have any ridges. So I found it easier to tilt it backwards. Do not apply pressure when you're holding it like this. You're just holding it in the position here, but you're not squeezing your fingers together to apply pressure, because that'll make it difficult to get the pin out. And then basically I just use my fingers and pull the pin out. Just like that. Should slide out easily. Boom. You got the links apart. And it's going to be the same thing as on this band. As I mentioned, these are actual links that I took out of this band yesterday. And it's the same process. Unscrew it, do it backwards, and then pull the link out. And then you got it. Or pull the pin out, and then you got it. Now, when you go to put these back together, because you eventually got to put it back together to complete the band, you're going to work very much in the same fashion. You're going to hold it in a kind of like a 90-degree angle is the best that I found that works for this. So you just put it in there and try and hold it at a 90-degree angle. Again, not applying any pressure. And then I found it best, once you put it in there, you see how easily that slides in if there's nothing there? That's how easily it should slide in once you're lined up with the holes as well. So just make sure that it's aligned. And you can just basically put light pressure here and work this link around until it gets aligned. So again, I found that it's easier to go backwards. I don't know, maybe the holes line up a little bit easier when it's done like that. But again, I'm just applying light pressure to the pin as I'm working this link around to have the holes align. And you can try and eyeball it as well, make sure it's flush. Once you get it aligned, it will slide in very easily. Boom, slid in. And then you can see that it's on there. And then once that's done, you just take the screwdriver and you tighten it back down. Now when I was doing this, I found it a little bit easier just to have it in the same position. The backwards position tends to work a little bit easier. You don't want to be stripping the screws in case you need these at a later point. Go to sell the watch, you want to make sure you have all parts there. And this one is not lined up right. Again, it's feeling a little off there. Well, I've done a terrible job with this demonstration, but you get the point. You just lock them back in. And then once you have it to the proper size, of course, you'll test it on. There's one more thing that I want to bring to your attention here. Once you get it on your wrist, it might be slightly loose. So that's where you want to get a punch. And you want to make sure that it's a punch that fits in the holes. So you can see that there's several holes along this. This is an adjustment holes. So you can see my punch goes all the way through the hole. There's only one side of the band that you can push from, and it's the same side that the screws are on. So you'll want to go from the side that the screws are on, and you can punch this pin in easily, and you see it pops out. So if you need to adjust that, You can make your adjustments by making it each of these holes, make it a little bit tighter or a little bit looser depending on which way you need to go and depending on which way it is on there already. So once you put this back, you just want to make sure that you line up the holes. You can see me lining up the holes down there. There's the hole. If the pin is in the hole, bring it up, and I just use my nail. You can use the punch again, but I just use my nail to press that pin down below the surface. And then slide it into the hole. There it is. You can see that it popped into the hole. On the other side, you can see it's in the hole, and you're good to go. And again, that's just for the minor adjustments, just to make sure that it's on your wrist snugly. And then you all know how this works. Very quick and easy. You hold the clip down. Hold the clip down, snaps right in, and then you do the same thing to the other side. You just hold this clip back and snap it right on. There it is. And as you can see, it is on my arm snugly, does not wiggle around, looks very nice. And even with all the adjustments and the misses that I had on the screws, there are no scratches on the actual links themselves. You can see that true with the ones that are on my watch as well. No scratches. And I can tell you, I am not a professional. And while I was doing this, I did nick these links several times with the screwdriver head. And the DLC coating seems to be doing its job. You can see it looks brand new, just as I bought it. No scratches. So if you guys liked the content and it was relatable to you, please give me a like down at the bottom. As I mentioned, this is my first tutorial video, and hopefully you found the content easy to understand, visually easy to view. And if you did, give me a like and I can try and make some more content. Thank you.